Good day, welcome to another episode of Tech Talk with AFO. And as usual in the studios, my buddies, Ife and Kester. Guys, how are you today?
I'm doing very fine, sir.
I'm not doing very fine.
You're not doing very I know why Ife is not doing fine. I'm surprised Kester is fine. Okay.
Well, I'm doing fine for doing fine's sake, but then I don't want to go deeper than that.
How much did you buy? How much did you buy 5,000 naira today?
5,000 is
5,000.
Ife told
1,000.
Ife told me he bought 5,000 or 6,000. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the case. Even 10,000, 2,000, 1,500.
So before it was 100 naira per 1,000. Now it is 200 naira per 1,000. So if you are withdrawing 1,000, you have to pay 200 naira.
You buy money.
Honestly, is this not interesting? Like you are buying money.
Yeah.
So, was it Ife or Kesa that told me that he had a fight at the ATM because of money? Right?
It was actually one guy like that, as in we're cute. I think, and that thing is peculiar to Nigerians. I don't know, probably we Africans. Like people are queuing to collect money, right? Then one guy was just passing out, like, see them. Some people it's just 2,000 they collect on top my own money. This is my money. 4,000. Like, what's your
understand the effect of the policy they're about to introduce. The policy, if you look at it, like the benefit of that policy, this is what Nigerians ought to have done a long time ago. It makes a lot of sense, right? You actually can trace every money in the economy, right? I mean, all those things that you have issues around, banditry, kidnapping, all of those things are dependent on physical cash. Okay, but for you to have a cashless policy means that you have a control over your currency. It makes a lot of sense.
And they are taking.
But you also have to, yes, and you also have to be mindful that the people, if you have a policy that is meant to change, that would affect a lot of people, politicians, civil servants, people that depend so much on cash. Trust me, you should be ready that these people they would go all out to fight you and deal with you. You understand what I'm saying? They would use all their propaganda to come after you. So you should be prepared on how you want to, handle this implementation and do it in phases. Then when you are now confronted with issues, the right thing to do for a business-minded CEO that I expect Emefiele to be, which is not, is to now see how you can, modify your plans and strategy. You gave a February deadline. You need to keep changing until you achieve what you want to achieve, not until it's getting to this point. So the question for people is, wait a minute. Why now? Okay, so what exactly was Emefiele? It's been the governor of Central Bank for how long?
Yeah.
Why did Emefiele wait till February before this
period?
I have an answer to that because I've heard so many theories and
theories around it. Give me one of the theories.
Like people I respect a lot, saying how this policy, this whole thing is directly targeted at Tinubu, one of the presidential candidates.
Yeah. Yes.
Because cash is one of the, in fact, if not the major thing that would push their whatever corrupt means they were going to take to give people this and that. So now having this policy in place would restrict that. And thing is, it's not as I don't entirely think that is the case like 100%. But even if it's where, the idea of it is not nice because for just one individual, you have made the entire citizen of a whole country, in fact, Africa giant, to be in peril, to be in a very tough situation, just to cripple one in and I don't even think it's going to really work if that were the purpose of
well,
because right now they are short in supply. So at least pending the time they'll be able to like try and get more cash flow into the system. So we can still have the two currencies running side by side. I think that's
it will run side by side for you.
so what we will expect in the new week is that things to start coming back to, we should start experiencing a bit of normalcy, right?
If you want to withdraw your money, pick a spot. So
hey. So your audience, your target audience should be the one driving your solution. You can't just wake up on the side of maybe because Emefiele went to Buhari, and Buhari said, in 1983, when I was the military president, we changed currency, and all those corrupt politicians, we dealt with them, and Emefiele just went back to CBN and said, Bubu said we should change currency. That we want to change currency to deal with bank. Today is really around the central bank policy of the new Naira notes. That's what our conversation will be about today. Before we delve into that topic, because I know that, of course, would really take much energy in us. Kester has a lot to talk about. He wants to speak directly to Emefiele. If we will call out Emefiele on this, we'll call out Buhari on this, right? Everybody involved on putting pressures on Nigeria, right? We intend to call them out.
To ban TikTok in US reflects growing concerns in Congress. So like a group of lawmakers, right, they revived the legislation to ban TikTok, basically ban TikTok in US. And the owner of TikTok is the Chinese person. So they want to restrict their ability to have the information of US citizens, right?
Yeah.
Because they are afraid that the government will ask the TikTok owner to give them just stuff like so. It's funny because Americans, for TikTok that is not their own app, they are so concerned about the privacy of their citizens, and whereas many other applications that is even bigger than TikTok, even though TikTok is fast growing, that are owned by US people, they don't talk about although they do, but not at the level. They've called the CEO to have to sit down and meet with them and talk about it, about the fact.
If will heaven fall if they ban TikTok? Will heaven fall? I mean, what will happen to Nigerians that are so dependent on TikTok? TikTok to a large extent now is a way of life.
It is a way of life. It is the new trend. So I think the biggest scare is that they think China are using TikTok to like spy on the Americans.
On Americans, right?
As this sort of data gathering tools. So that people are not really aware about, because
with that
conspiracy about TikTok though, even me myself, I don't have TikTok on my phone, because when you sign up on so it means giving them access to like patch into your phone, and they can easily collect any information from your phone.
It's not TikTok.
It's only TikTok. Virtually all apps ask you to sign your death warrant before they ask you to sign up your life. You can't even move to the next stage on most apps if you don't give. I mean, Apple, for example, will tell you that this particular app has been tracking your location, tracking your movements in the last, has gathered your information more than 50 times.
I just
There's
think
one app.
They have so much. They have so much, like these people, and it's all of them. Even the CEO of TikTok, he said that there is no way that he's going to share data of people, that they have a strict rule, you know,
street policy
and all of that. But then one of those people from government, US government,
due to the way their government is structured,
he puts it out clearly that the way China government is,
there's nothing he can do about it.
Laptop.
Aha. So how is that different from TikTok?
I know of one of my colleagues, she always uses a paper tape on her webcam, like paranoid much, you would think, but then...
This is probably not much of a surprise, but studies have shown that the more time kids spend on social media, the less likely they are to be happy with their overall life by 14%. By comparison, this is 3 times higher than the effect of living in a single parent household.
I think scientifically it is based on, kids, they are still like scientifically their frontal lobe. So this thing that keeps your there's a name they call it. So it is used for processing. So kids are more prone to like reacting to certain things that drives their emotions. So that's why in adults you see that the effect is much more lower in adults than in kids. But keeping kids away from, because there are some channels. I have my nephew, so he's always like, not social media though. I mean, YouTube Kids is almost like he's always happy to visit sites like YouTube Kids, and so I think it is about guiding them to guiding them to the right tools.
On the last,
proper control has to be there. I mean, I think was it our first or second episode we were talking about why it's important for parents to control screen time for their kids, and that's socializing within family, mothers and fathers, right? Kids and their parents, everybody living their own independent life in the same household. There should be this family time that people should enjoy. We're moving from the age of social media to the metaverse, right?
Yes.
Metaverse that people are saying, you know what? I'm done with this life that you guys have, right? Let me go and live another life in the metaverse where I can control everything and do all those things I can't have, all those things that I can't do in real life. Let me take it to metaverse. Right? I'm sure this depression thing will even get expanded by the time you look at it in the context of metaverse, right? Because now you're talking about disconnecting yourself from everything. It's like, let me just leave this bad world behind me. Let me go to another world I'm creating for myself.
What if is a simulation? I said, what if this world is a simulation on its own?
That's another topic.
If this world is a simulation.
Let's leave that on, because there is a lot of theories about that.
I mean, we all believe in a God. Everyone believes in one God or the other. What if that God is keeping us in this simulated?
This is a conversation. This is a technology conversation, right? I mean, I really don't want pastors and are fast to start chasing tech talk now. Kester, you also want to talk about the fact that our subscribers are growing, right?
Yes.
In a space of 1 month.
In the space of 1 month, we've grown by 300 plus subscribers.